And welcome to Underground Horror Radio here on Podunk Radio, and also on Podbean and everywhere else. It is Justin McPatches. Let me slightly move this out of the way so I can still talk into it. Okay, so it's October, hence the pumpkin. It means it's Halloween. We all know, we all love Halloween, especially me. So I got a lot of stuff to open this month for Halloween. Since we do horror anyway, it kind of works. But I got quite a few that I've already opened over the year, in the last few years, of they're not Nika action figures. They're not really action figures. They're more like collectibles in a sense. The Funko Pops, which are huge. They make Funko Pops about fucking anything. So that's cool. So I collect, that's where I started. I started with those, and then I started getting a lot of figures I liked. And I got a lot. It started off with, I think the first one I had was Batman Beyond, or Rick Grimes, yeah. Back when I liked The Walking Dead. So anyway, over the years or so, I collected a bunch of them. So I have two to open today, since this is not going to be a huge video because it's not a lot to go over. They don't move, they don't do anything really, so cool. All right, first what we're going to do is look at some of the ones that I got this year during the summer and other parts. That I couldn't wait to open, so I already opened them. So here we go. First ones, these are cool because these are the 8-bit graphic looking based on video games, and also the characters it represents. Freddy Krueger, not too shabby, right? That's the colored version. That's like what we would take the normal Freddy Krueger, just like we have the regular normal Jason versus Freddy Jason. Very cool. It's all like pixelized, layers and layers. It's pretty cool. So these are these two, right? Awesome. So there were some GameStop exclusives. Now I got these at FYE. There were some GameStop exclusives that came out with, they're just like these, but they were the video game counterparts from the NES. So in the video game Nightmare on Elm Street that was on NES, basically it was well, he was kind of yellow because of the graphics back then. You know, it wasn't like a Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo yet. So the graphics were a little off in a sense, where he was more yellow and orange than red and black and green and all that. So this is what he looked like in the game, the color-wise anyway. So very much different. Just mainly the color scheme, but if you're a collector, you know, that's pretty sweet. So along with that, of course, they made one for good old Jason. So for Jason, we have the purple and blue, which became very, 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 very popular in the retro community in the last couple of years. Video game that was based on, also they put it in the new video game. They made Nika figures. They made this. It's pretty cool. So those are basically the two right now that I've seen that are the horror icons like that. Another one they got, which I thought was really cool, was the Xenomorph from Alien. Pixelated. All done up. These will be on the Instagram as well. They're already actually, I think most of these already are, so I don't have to put a new one out. But yeah, so I thought that was cool. I got him as well. That was FYE. Now, let's see. Let's start with this. All right. So the one we're going to open up, there is another one of these. It's not this one. It's the Vampire Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer from the alternate universe, Earth 2, if you will, where Buffy never went to Sunnydale, and everybody became vampires mostly that weren't dead. So Willow and Xander. So they have that one, but it's like $100, and it's at Play and Trade, which is in Jensen Beach. So I do not have that much money, but they have Vampire Willow. So if anybody is interested and has the money and is a complete, completionist, there you go. This, on the other hand, it is this year was Buffy's. Was it this? I think it was this year or last year's 20th anniversary of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Not the movie, the TV show, which is way better. And so this is Dark Willow, season 6. Willow got angry because her girlfriend died, And so she became all powered with dark magic. So it's pretty cool. And, I'm a big fan. I got the actual Buffy figure as well for this in her prom outfit. Or homecoming. So let's see. Here we are. I know there's a set of twins out there who make movies, Soskas, that are big fans of Willow. So this is Dark Willow. Veins, black eyes. Well, usually they're Funkos, so they're usually black anyway. But dark hair, wearing all black. Pretty cool. Not bad. Like, again, if you're like this kind of stuff, you should get one. I haven't seen one lately. I've seen Xander. I haven't seen a Dark Willow. So when I saw it, I'm like, well, I got to get that shit. Now, the big one. This is what I found yesterday. I found this yesterday a couple places. It is at FYE, and I saw it at Target. Now, Target's starting to had these anyway, these Funko Pops. But they're starting to get more stuff in. I think they're actually going to start carrying Nika figures as well. So this one is pretty cool, and I had to get just because, A, what it is, and 2, what it's based on. So it's a werewolf, but it's a werewolf from Altered Beast. 30th anniversary of Altered Beast. Pretty awesome. Altered Beast was a video game that was on Sega Genesis. If you bought the Sega anniversary, or I think it's something like that recently, that's all HD. And I think you might even get that console they have out there that plays, has a bunch of games loaded, and you could put Sega games in it. But I have it on PS4. They have Altered Beast, which basically it's kind of like a Greek thing. It's very confusing, but basically you play as the antagonist, you're a guide, and you fight monsters, and then you get power-ups, and then you change into different stuff. So the first level, you turn into a werewolf. So I think that's pretty cool. And they did a pretty sweet job with the way it looks, too. Now, because it's based on the video game, I guess they went with the 8-bit, 16-bit route, if you will. And there isn't much color to it because it is a werewolf, but it does have glowing eyes and teeth, and that's pretty much all you really need, because Altered Beast is a great game, so not too bad. So yeah, that's it for the day. There'll be some movie reviews coming up. It is our 5-year anniversary as well for Underground Horror Radio. We got Spooky Empire at the end of the month. That's going to be awesome. One of the biggest conventions for horror in the Southeast in Orlando at the end of the month, right before Halloween. So we'll be there for that. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. So like I said, movie reviews, maybe a couple games. I just bought this Horror Trivial Pursuit film edition. I think we're going to do that for a podcast as well. So anyway, thanks. Keep listening. Tune in. Thanks again. I got way more Funko stuff to pop open, but this time it's not pop figures. It's actually, they built these He-Man-like figures. So I got a bunch of those. And of course, plenty of other stuff from Nika and McFarlane and a bunch of other horror stuff for the month. So anyway, well, like I said, thanks again for listening. I appreciate it. And everybody, have a chill Halloween.